Alright, here we go, picture this. The sun is just starting to peek over the East River, catching the tops of skyscrapers in a golden glow. The city is already humming. Not just with traffic, but with this energy. It's like the whole island is plugged into a giant coffee machine. You can feel it in the soles of your shoes. This thrumming beat says, something amazing is about to happen. So you arrive, the first thing you see, standing tall out there in the harbor, is her, the Statue of Liberty. But when you see her in person with your own eyes, it hits different, it really does. Then you have Central Park. It's this massive, impossible rectangle of green in the middle of the most intense concrete jungle, and the next you step through an entrance and silence. We're going into Times Square. There's nothing subtle about this place. It's an absolute assault on the senses. And I mean that as a compliment. The billboards are stories high, you feel this incredible chaotic energy buzzing all around you. From the chaos on the ground we go way up, the Empire State Building. And then, the doors open. Whoa, just whoa! The view is breathtaking. If the city outside is a masterpiece, then the Metropolitan Museum of Art is where they keep the rest of them. Inside it's a labyrinth of wonder. One minute you're standing in front of an entire Egyptian temple, the next you're face to face with a Van Gogh. The scale of it is just mind-boggling. Let's talk about bridges. New York has a lot of them. But the Brooklyn Bridge? That's the star. There's something truly special about walking across it. And the view just keeps getting better and better with every step. You get these sweeping, postcard-perfect panoramas of the downtown skyline. It's the perfect place to take it all in. With the best view in town as your reward, it never gets old. Now for something completely different. This part of the city requires a different kind of attention, a different kind of respect. The 9/11 Memorial and Museum. And the first thing you notice is the sound of the waterfalls. Two enormous reflecting pools sit in the footprints of the Twin Towers with water cascading endlessly into the center. Reading the names of the victims inscribed around the pools is a deeply humanizing experience. You see the survivor tree, a pear tree that was found damaged at ground zero and nursed back to health, standing as a living symbol of hope. You might think, a train station? Really? But Grand Central is not just any train station. You walk into the main concourse and your jaw just drops. The first thing you do is look up. That ceiling. It's this incredible astronomical mural, a beautiful teal sky filled with golden constellations. It's so stunning you almost forget you're in a place where thousands of people are rushing to catch a train. The giant four-faced clock on top of the information booth, which is supposedly worth millions. The sunlight streaming through the massive arched windows. There's a reason they call it Broadway. The lights, the marquees, the history. It's magic, pure and simple. Walking through the theater district at night is an experience in itself. The theaters are all lit up, posters for hit shows are everywhere, and there's this palpable buzz of excitement in the air. It feels like anything can happen, and it usually does, right there on stage. The talent is just off the charts. The music, the actors pouring their hearts out 8 times a week, it's incredible. That moment when the lights go down, the orchestra starts up, and the curtain rises. It's the heart of American theater, beating loud and proud. And for our last stop, something totally unique, the High Line. It's brilliant. They took this old, abandoned, elevated train track and instead of tearing it down, they turned it into a park. A park in the sky. It snakes its way through the west side of Manhattan about 30 feet above the street. You're walking on this beautifully designed pathway surrounded by grasses and flowers with the city all around you. It's this perfect mix of nature, art, and urban grit. As you walk, the park offers these incredible framed views of the city, and even these cool lounge chairs where you can just sit and watch the yellow cabs whiz by on the street below. A perfect relaxing way to cap off a tour of this amazing town. So there you have it. From the top of the Empire State Building to the quiet reflection of the 9/11 Memorial, from the green heart of Central Park to the electric pulse of Broadway, it's a city of a million moments, a place of towering icons and hidden gems. We've only scratched the surface, of course. That's the thing about New York. You could live here your whole life and still discover something new every single day. It's a city that's always changing, always moving, always surprising you. This isn't just a travel guide, it's an invitation. It's a glimpse into the energy, the history, the sheer beautiful madness of it all. Each of these places is a chapter in a much larger story, written every second by the millions who call this place home and the millions passing through, leaving their small marks. The city is a living, breathing thing, and it's waiting. The real magic isn't just seeing these places, it's feeling them. The feeling of awe at the Statue of Liberty. The thrill on the Brooklyn Bridge, the buzz of Times Square at midnight. The story is out there, on every street corner and in every subway car. The only thing missing is you. So what are you waiting for? The greatest city in the world has a story to tell you. You just have to show up and listen.